Dear professors, dear Mr. Chung, dear Mr. Reed, I'm very pleased as the Dean of the Business School to welcome our students from Myanmar and also students from China, from Shenzhen. I'm very proud to have you here in Belgium for this special day for the school. It's a special day not only because you are here, but also because you will be at the gala dinner this evening, which is one of the big events that we organize all the 2 years. As a business school of the University of Liège, we are open to the world, and this is a sign that we are open to the world. And what is really nice to see is that you are open to the world, otherwise you will not be here today. And this is where you can be proud of and we can be proud of. I've been in China 2 weeks ago, and I've given there a business game, and I've seen how the students there work. And I've also worked on the business game in Myanmar, and even this morning I have sent my last emails to the students, and some of them have to send me some report, so don't forget it. And in this situation I think it's nice to use all the technology, thanks also to Net Academy, to be able to give courses all around the world, in different countries, even if we have to travel a little bit, but traveling is part of our life. And you have started a journey several months ago, a journey to this degree that you will get today. In a journey, you have discovered different parts. You have discovered financial parts, you have discovered marketing, production, and all the courses part of this journey. Now you are at a kind of arrival, and when you arrive, what we are saying to you today is goodbye, because you have the degree and you will leave us. But you stop one journey, and then this journey will start again in your professional life. And there you have to use all the things you have learned during these executive programs. And I hope that very often you will think of what you have learned. What you have learned on a technical way, but also on a cultural way. Because doing the things in Europe or in China this is not always the same way of doing business. And there it's also very interesting for a business school like ours to learn from you. We have brought you some European things, but we have also learned a lot of how the things go in your countries. And that's why it's so interesting for us to have this kind of program. Now you will be part of a community, because working together is being part of a community. We know each other, we are on many photos together, so even on the internet. Some parts are in China, and I think for me it's better that they stay in China, otherwise the students here in Liège will be very surprised. But we are part of the same community. This evening you will see a part of our alumni community. So use this evening to build networks, to build bridges, to go to the others. I will name you this evening, I will show you this evening. So this means when I take the word at the end of the dinner, and this will be a special one, it's not a Chinese one, so you have to be patient. It's slow food in Europe, so it's very different from the things you offer me when I was in your country, so it will take a little bit of time. But at the end, there is a networking activity. So if you want to do business with persons here, feel free to go to them, contact them. They are also waiting for you. So this evening will be really the proof that you are in this network. Okay? Once again, thank you very much for being here. We are proud to have you here. You can be proud to be here. And in a few minutes you will get the ticket for the new journey in your professional life. Thank you for your attention. I give now the word to Professor Jean-Claude Lahaut, who will tell you a little bit more about his knowledge.
Dear participants of both programs of the HEC ULg Management School, the NET Academy of this university. I'm in charge of the International Business course in the EMBA, and that's why I have the honor to address you in the name of the other professors and welcome here as you are here and we have this opportunity to meet really for the first time. We met in different manners, but this time we meet, and I'm quite pleased. We are all quite pleased to have this opportunity. This castle, I think, is the right place for you. This castle was once the place of the gentry and has been rejuvenated according to all modern standards of architecture. I think this mix of tradition and modernity is a good symbol of what we in Europe, you in Asia, you like to have combined. And I think this is worth underlining. It's the right place to welcome you after your travel, after all the work you have done, and I heard indeed intensive work you have done. You have now this is your reward. You were right, I think, as our dean said, you were right to undertake this bridge between our cultures, as the business is growing in the world in an impressive manner. And you in Asia are even growing the fastest currently, and definitely you are those who have the lead, and indeed we are quite pleased to have the opportunity to share some experience with you, as we indeed expect that we and our alumni of Liège and of Belgium will share this their experience with you, and you can develop business together. However, globalizing, going global is indeed maybe not enough. I think we have to learn, and that may be the little difference that you will have now. We may learn from each other. You learn from us what we can tell you about our experience, and we learn from you. And this mix makes us understand better our cultures. Reciprocally, on a reciprocity basis, we learn from each other, and we become much better business people than we would be if we would have stayed on our own. I believe that the best way, indeed, to develop a business is to differentiate. And by coming to us, and by learning together with us, and we learning from you as well, and adapting, and I think your feedback will be quite interesting for us as well, we can build a difference, we can differentiate. And this is probably the best way to to develop business on long range. Partnership, I think, is indeed what we should aim at, and not just one-shot businesses. So you are now part of the same community as our alumni, and I really hope that this will be the start, as we heard, of a new experience, and I would even dare to say a new adventure for each of you. You are at the start of your career, or you are at the beginning of your career, and I think there is a lot ahead still to be developed. So I think that we are here in a place which is quite international. You know we are near to Brussels, Luxembourg, these European hubs. We have explained to you how business goes in Europe. You are even in a country which is, or in a place in a country where we are near to the German, Dutch, French borders are not so far. We are mixing, we are used with this mix of cultures. mix of influences. I think that this is for us, was for us at least a challenge. The challenge is now going to be much broader for you. We are crossing not borders, but we are going from continent to continent. But I think it's the same experience we can share, and I hope you will share with us. Starting with this evening, indeed, with this meeting with the alumni, definitely, and I would just suggest that you continue by all technical means that we now have, starting and continuing to develop a network across the world. I wish you all the best for your next steps, for your career, and starting from now on as a member of the same community. I think it's time now to leave the floor for Mr. Trump, who will continue maybe on your